Hello and welcome to my official review of The Last of Us The Ancient Gods Part 2. Now, as far as DLCs go, this one is pretty good. There are a few low points though, like for example the story. The story isn't that good. You just chase down the Dark Lord and then you kill him, and that's the entire thing. It's basically a massive revenge story for him killing your rabbit. And in that sense, it's kinda like The Last of The Ancient Gods Part 2. It's one of those games, or DLCs I guess, where the story isn't that good, but the gameplay is great. Except for a few low points in the gameplay. While the gameplay remains the same, it also adds the hammer, which is an overpowered, fucking massive hammer. It one-shots fodder, but might take a few more swings to kill a fucking heavy demon, or you can just stun them, I guess. And when stunned, you can go ham on them. Especially the Marauders, because when they're stunned, you can just one-cycle them, which is incredibly funny. And by funny, I mean funny in the sense that you can one-cycle the Marauder with the worst weapon mod in the game. And like the Dark Lord, or the Devil I guess, he also doesn't really take the hammer that well. He kind of just stands there when you hit him with it. He takes a while, you know, he just stands there. But you know, sometimes Doom is meant to be a goofy game, you know, it's sometimes supposed to be Scooby-Doo or something, you know, I don't know what they were going for with this one. So I don't really care, you know, it's a cool thing they added the hammer. It's kind of good, you know, it's fun. It's a fun new mechanic. And it's a bit overpowered, but that's the fun of it. Though I do feel like they should have made the arenas compensate for the hammer a bit better, because like it feels like they made the arenas first and the hammer last, and that doesn't really work. Talking about arenas, I get the feeling that these arenas are really big, but they don't have any demons in them. They're just one wave or two waves of fodder demons usually, or a few heavies thrown in there. These arenas, they are massive, but they don't have a lot going on, and that's a massive problem in my opinion. And I also want to talk about Imora for a second, because Hugo Martin said that there's supposed to be a sense of urgency when going through Imora. That's why the arenas don't take that long, and why Imora is kind of a shorter level. Don't quote me on that, but I recall him saying that. If I'm wrong, be sure to correct me in the comment section, I'll pin your comment. But if that's the case, then why does Final Sin have massive arenas with lots of stuff going on? I got the feeling that killing the Icon of Sin was way more urgent than just killing the Dark Lord, because the Dark Lord, he's just sitting there in his throne room waiting for you to appear. He's not going to do anything until the Doomslayer arrives. I'm not saying these arenas are bad though, they're really fun to play through, except for a few stinkers, which I'm going to mention here. There's this massive arena in World Spear, and the only thing you fight in the second or third or fifth wave, I don't fucking know which wave it is fucking imps. You just fight imps, and that's it. There's nothing fun about fighting imps. It's obnoxious and fucking annoying. And the same thing happens at the end of the game. The final line of defense that the Dark Lord has is a bunch of fucking stone imps. Are you serious with this? This is his final line of defense? A bunch of stone imps? Now, to be fair, this arena can be fun with the overdrive stuff going on. It's a fun arena and all, though a bit boring. I was expecting some massive fucking challenge before the Dark Lord, but no, it's stone imps. I guess the arena before that makes up for it though. It's one of the best in the entire DLC. But like, you know, could have been a lot better. And I guess it was all for the sake of pacing, and that Hugo Martin didn't want a super hard arena before the final boss of the game. Which makes sense. But while talking about the final boss, not a lot of people seem to like this guy. They think it's a bad boss fight and just an upgraded Marauder, and I won't say they're wrong. It is a upgraded Marauder pretty much. Now I will say he comes over as kind of a goofball, because you can just hit him with the hammer and then he's just open for attack. He's kind of a weak little baby, you know. And you know, goofy shit is part of Doom. I don't have a problem with that, except this is the fucking final boss of Doom Eternal. He is the sole reason we've been fighting all of these demons in all of the Doom games, and he's just a massive goofball. I don't think that works. Now I wouldn't say this is a bad boss fight, it's pretty decent I guess. I know Hugo Martin has said that it takes a long time for them to make boss fights, and that's a pretty valid statement, but just don't have the Dark Lord as the final boss then, because like, the Dark Lord is supposed to be this big fucking bad guy, the main villain of the Doom series, and this is not a way to end it. Then there's the new enemies. The stone imps are just stupid in my opinion. I don't really get their point. I feel like they were just included to make you use the full auto, so that's kind of lame. Cursed Prowlers are an enemy in Doom Eternal now, I guess. They exist. They are pretty bad. I feel like they just need a bit of balancing, because right now they are just kind of stupid, and when you get cursed it's just a fuck show, you know, a shit show, whatever. The Armored Baron is a really good enemy. You can just shoot the weak point, or you can like plasma rifle him or something like that. You have choice in how you take him down, and that's good. The Screechers are fucking annoying, but they are good game design because they make you not kill a certain enemy, which is kind of interesting for Doom Eternal, so I like them. They buff enemies when you hit them, and that's cool. I do wish that the buff that the Screechers give the enemies is like the normal buff from the buff totems, because Screecher buffed enemies are really fucking annoying to fight because they don't fucking stun. They also have a bit too much health, and I guess that's part of the Screecher buff. But it's just not fun to fight the demons that are buffed by the Screecher, in my opinion. I think those were all the new enemies. If there's one I missed, then I don't care about it probably. And then there's the escalation encounters. I guess these are supposed to be the hard parts of Tag 2, but like, it's not really worth doing them anymore after the first time because you get a cosmetic award and you don't really ever lose that, you know. But I guess they're fun optional encounters, and I'm glad they're here. Though please fuck off with the escalation warning. Like, fuck off. And whenever you complete one of these encounters for the first time, you get a pop-up screen being like, oh, you unlocked this cosmetic award, or you unlocked this hammer upgrade. And like, I don't care. Not sure why your game needs to be paused to show me that. It could just be like a side pop-up or something, you know, but don't pause my game. And that pretty much sums up my thoughts on DLC 2 of Doom Eternal. It's not a good way to end Doom Eternal. You know, it's pretty underwhelming how they ended it with all the story that's been building up. But it's not a bad DLC. It's a good DLC. It just feels like they rushed the story to an end, and that's not something I like, because I was really invested in the story, and the gameplay isn't up to the task either, because it's really easy, and the arenas are just not filled up with demons enough, and it's just a bit bare bones sometimes. So basically, this DLC wasn't that great for people that were invested in the lore, and it also wasn't that great for long-time players that wanted a real challenge. It was good for the casual audience, and the casual audience only. Well, I guess that's just my opinion though. But like, you can disagree if you want, I guess. And that's my review. Thanks for watching. I probably missed a lot of stuff, but this is all I wanted to say. It's a good DLC. It's worth it. But yeah, just not really my cup of tea. So yeah, thanks for watching and fuck off.